Hello, hello, testing, testing. I think we're finally good to go live and start talking robots here. Are we live? It says stream software not live. That says we're live. Let me refresh this. We'll be live on Instagram live here in a second, that's for sure. Once I'm off that account, ruh-roh. Let me just share this real quick to socials, and we'll go from there. 7:05 right now, a little bit behind, but it happens. Making sure indeed we are live because I'm getting mixed signals from a couple of things here. There we go. We indeed are live. Nobody's here yet, thankfully. Let's start sharing this out and about. Help if I could find my page. There we are. Oh, I'm clicking on all the wrong buttons. Is that good? I feel like my camera looks like shit there. We're going live here. We're going live there. We'll cut them to both times. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody down there. Let's see if I can angle this camera down some for you guys on YouTube. Didn't really prepare a background this time. I got up later than usual. That's professional. Am I looking good? Everything's still in the background pretty nicely. Maybe I gotta scoot over a little bit. Hello, everybody. Joining on Instagram Live while I get ready. We got Zach Knight, of course, from Team Defective, Lynch Motors, Annie Eastchester, and everybody joining on Instagram Live. We're live on both Instagram and YouTube right now. Getting ready. I think we just adjusted the camera good enough that we are looking pretty good on both ends. Panda T, baby. Shouting out here. Oh, great start. There we go. Yep, we're good. Sorry, had to make sure all of our pages are up. We are looking good. The overlay is working all right. And I hope you guys are all having a good morning. These live streams are always brutal, especially for me. Always getting up like 20 minutes before we're even officially starting here. But we are live, and we are talking about Norwalk HAVOC. As always, here, getting the chat set up so I can see you guys' beautiful words on YouTube. Getting our info page set up. There we go. And if you haven't been here before for one of our NHRL pre-shows, pretty simple stuff. full hour before NHRL goes live on YouTube TV. We're here to unofficially talk about the 3 weight classes, big stories to watch out for, robots to watch out for, matches to watch out for. We got one huge qualifier match that everybody has been talking about today, yesterday, this entire week in terms of what's happening here at NHRL this month. It's a very popular one, 2 big-time Battlebots competitors. As more people are joining in on the live stream, King Steve 1253, Zigo Bane, welcome to the Instagram live. If you guys want to see full video of what we're doing, we're also live on YouTube right now on our YouTube page. And yes, good morning, everybody. Get your Battlebots and breakfast in today. It's going to be an exciting one. I know I have a busy day ahead of me. I'm heading to the family house. We're doing Halloween decorations. I'm going to get my T.C.C pumpkin out so we can have it hopefully out here for the Battlebots face-off preview videos, which, yes, will be coming out before the 20th when the tournament actually begins. So expect it before then. Not a full video, though. It's going to be a 2-parter, especially now that they've announced the second group for the event. It was going to be 1 video, but I was like, this is going to be an hour-and-a-half long video. I don't want to do that, so it's going to be 2 parts. We're going to figure that out. You guys aren't here to hear about Battlebots face-off, so you're here to hear about Norwalk HAVOC, September 14th, our penultimate qualifier event. And we already got videos and stuff coming up of all the teams getting ready. Like, we got a Thagomizer style robot, Jake, of course, the man behind them with Maximizer. He's going to be at this event out here shouting out robots on the page. We got Hyperdrive from Gator Robotics looking good. We're going to be talking a little bit about Gator Robotics on this live stream. We may not have their big dog, but we do have a couple of their bigger 12-pounders, including Hooligan. More on that robot later. There's another robot we're going to be talking about quite a bit on this live stream, Hurricane. Robot looks familiar. You might know why. Some overhead, a few, in fact. A picture here set by Brandon Zielinski, the Top Attack Squad. More pictures to look at here. Repeat Robotics in the house. Team Stamina in the house. Of course, we got Power Surge ready to fight. And we're going to be going over all of these robots today, looking at the brackets, the first round matchups on True Bracket, all of those good, beautiful things. Kind of interested what's going on with YouTube right now. Usually it gives me a chat. In fact, usually it gives me a little side video showing what my stream looks like, but I'm not getting that. As long as I know I'm live streaming, like, it's popping up over here. We got A-Star Robotics in the YouTube chat. Maybe I'll just have to use this chat instead if it's going to be acting silly, but I digress. We got a lot to talk about here today. We're already 12 minutes into the show, so we better hurry the ball up. Might need to take a break and grab me a drink at one point here because I did just kind of raw dog hop jump straight into this. But you kind of have to when you do a 7 a.m. show. We got plenty to talk about, though, so let's not waste too much time at all. 3 weight classes, as always, here at Norwalk HAVOC. It is the penultimate qualifier. Plenty of great robots, plenty of great teams like we just saw looking at their Discord chat right now. You know, of course, we got Team Honeycrack. We got Team Defective. We have G3 Robotics here. We have Team Pandemonium. We got 2 Texas teams that we're going to be talking about quite a bit. Plenty of popular robots. Team Thagomizer. Of course, we got the University of Cincinnati guys. They're here. Corbin Reed joining on Instagram Live. Welcome to the live stream. We're about to start talking 3-pound robots, and you can just look at the list right here. Plenty of machines. In fact, before I forget, let me find Jehovah's matchups. I know we should have the True Bracket round 1 matches here somewhere. This is the 30-pound class. What about the 3-pound class? King Steve. Next is going to be fire. NHRL is going to be fire. I think it's going to be fire, especially with one robot that we're going to be talking about in the 12-pound class today, Kazaa. They have a brand new version of their flame-throwing robot. Might be the hottest robot we've seen in NHRL history. Mr. Ranhi Davi, Robot 010, welcome to the live stream. Welcome aboard. We're about to start talking 3-pound class robots. We're pulling up our qualifier matches right now. But what about the robots that you guys should watch out for? We always got graphics prepared on these NHRL live streams. If you guys are on Instagram Live, we're pulling up the graphics right now on YouTube Live. Check them out. We're going to talk about beetle weights to watch here. And if you look here, we got a little bit of a theme this time around. We got popular beetle weights. No shocking newcomers here. We have 4 beetle weights that have not yet made their 2024 Norwalk HAVOC debut. We got big names and we got small names here of all varying weapon styles. Kwashal Pabajit, probably butcher your name, but we love you. Welcome to the live stream. Hello. Great to see you hanging out in chat. Hello, hello. Hope you're enjoying an awesome day. Hope you're enjoying a great morning for NHRL or whatever time it is in your home country. But yes, 3-pounders to talk about right here. We got big names. We got small names. Probably the smallest name on this 3-pounders to watch list here will be one Boombox, NHRL rank 102. It's a personal favorite of mine. Classic 4-wheel drive egg beater design. Has it always been the most successful? Not necessarily, but it has been around the block in NHRL for a couple of years now. And it's one of my favorites. It's a robot that actually doubles as a speaker. Like, it's such a cool, silly idea. Maybe not the most useful idea always when you're trying to make a robot that's good. A-Star Robotics, welcome to the live stream. But I'm a big fan of it. Boombox is here. Maybe it's going to be a new Boombox. But yes, this will be the first time we will have seen Boombox since 2023. NHRL rank number 102. RC Boy Dot, welcome to the Instagram live chat. What about the biggest name here? Well, there's obviously one name, especially if you're just a casual Battlebots fan, that really stands out to you here, and that's going to be Shred Bro sitting all the way at the top. Evan Arias' favorite robot. This is going to be the first time we have seen, maybe I'm wrong, maybe correct me on this. I don't remember if it was at November or not. Uh-oh, YouTube stream seemed to break. I'm here now. Damn, no mention of Night Fury. Shame. Stream ended for anybody else at a break. When will you cover Fight Fest? I'm going to refresh my live stream to make sure we're okay, guys. This is never good. I thought something might have been up. Oh, well, wait, no. This is popping up over here. Is the stream good? I am getting low kilobits per second, but now I'm getting high. Do I have like extra tabs up anywhere? I am getting low kilobits per second. I am getting kind of a crappy internet speed. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I'm not on Wi-Fi on the phone, so that kind of is curious. Well, looks like we're still going live on YouTube, so if you guys can hear me right now, just bear with me, I suppose. Oh, jeez. I hate it when it does this, because it doesn't do this every time. I think we had a live stream at the start of the year. We had something like this. I really hope this isn't an ongoing issue. Like, what are we seeing right now? We're going... YouTube chat, the couple brave souls that are here, are y'all able to hear me? Well, seeing as someone literally just left, I'm taking that as a no. Shoot. I just don't get why it's doing that. I'll be right back, gang. I'm going to look at something in the kitchen. Maybe there's something I can turn off in there, like my Alexa or something. Did that fix it? Probably not. Well, it looks steadier. We can hear you just a bit choppy at the moment. If it's choppy, I can live with that since we got the steady graphic. As long as y'all can hear me we'll make it, I think. But yes, let's resume where we were. I hope y'all didn't just hear me fart. Where were we talking about? Shred Bro, right here. And yes, by the way, Inquisitor Media, A-Star Robotics on YouTube, Mr. BK, MRBK, I'm sorry, I've known you way too long. I should know how to pronounce your name. All are hanging out in chat on YouTube. Thank you all so much. And King Steve, 1253 on Instagram Live with the kind words. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and keep rolling this on. I apologize. We got people wanting to watch. We got people wanting to listen, so let's get moving here. Talking about Shredder Bro. This is the first time I believe we are going to be seeing Shredder Bro in action, at least in the 3-pound class, since its insane run at Battlebots Champions on TV last October on Discovery. Obviously, we've seen Shredder Bro over the last couple of years in the 3-pound class. It has not been as hot of a commodity as it was when NHRL was first getting off the ground, so it has fallen a little bit. And that really does say a lot about Shredder Bro, given the fact it's still double-digit ranked at number 89 after a year absence, after 2 years of being very mediocre. It's still double-digit robot. It just shows how good it was when NHRL was first getting off the ground, how many wins it was able to rank up. Edvin AC, welcome to the Instagram Live. Shredder Bro probably going to outmatch any of the robots you see in this picture, except maybe Spitfire. In fact, I believe they've met up before. It really just depends on weapon reliability, how strong the robot's going to be, if they have the blue drum, if it's going to be sturdy or not. There's a few things to factor in here, but Shredder Bro probably going to get a good bit of TV time. It's going to have to work its way through the qualifiers, I'm pretty sure. A bunch of fascinating situations there. It's not an easy field of robots. We got plenty of amazing machines. Machines I haven't even had listed and labeled, like MRBK mentioned Night Fury. I didn't even know Night Fury was here. I somehow slipped past me on the list. Fought Shredder Bro once, ended up on the receiving end of an Instagram short. That's always tough. Those Instagram shorts get a lot of pop. I know, shouts to them for doing the TCC telepresence robot one. But if you're ending up getting destroyed on one of those for all the wrong reasons and you're just the stunt bot getting squabbled, that's a little tough. But hey, you're still here, you're still fighting. You can get back in there. Maybe get a little bit of revenge today. Best of luck. Master back at work. He destroyed me. Well, like I said, hopefully a little bit better chance today. Get a drink. Can't be running out of gas already. We're barely starting. Hopefully y'all have better luck today. What robot do you guys have specifically? A-Star Robotics. I do apologize for not knowing. As we move forward here, talking about a personal favorite of mine. Of course, you guys know me. You guys know my love for the Lone Star State. And that is my love for Spitfire as well. We saw War Easy do so... War Easy, Jesus. We saw War Hard do so good the June NHRL event, our last one, I believe. Captain Blanco, welcome to the TCC live stream. And who knows, maybe it's going to be back-to-back for the Texas Robots as we got Spitfire for the first time all year here today. And I really should have made sure I had the right Spitfire here. I believe I do. I do have the right Spitfire. Okay, yes, captained by Brady Davis, Team XD. I just had like an internal panic in my head. I just remember there are 2 Spitfires in NHRL's lore. I had to make sure we didn't have Drumbot Spitfire instead, and I made every graphic here thinking it was the other Spitfire. It is not. I'm right. Spitfire, NHRL rank number 284. But if you remember this robot last year, this robot had a chance to be very controversial. I mean, I personally love it because it's an evolution of the sport, but it definitely had a chance to be controversial. All good. I'm not there today. I have Radix. Yes, Radix. I'm so sorry. You guys had a great performance last month or last event at NHRL. And in fact, it was actually kind of funny. I was going to, not to make y'all feel bad. I mean, I'm glad that y'all are all here and y'all are watching and y'all are able to take a break. Y'all qualified last time, right? I was going to put Radix on my Beetlewaits to watch list, but I was like, oh, Radix isn't here this time. Next time, I got y'all though. If y'all come in October, I think it's October's the next one. Or obviously for November, we're going to be talking about all the finalists. Hi, by the way. War Easy Battlebots, time to get to work. Hello, bye. Hopefully you guys can make it back to back. Love y'all. Good luck in all your weight classes. Good luck. Shouts to Jonathan Juarez and the rest of the Juarez family. They're awesome people. Continuing on here, though, about another awesome Texas team, Team XD Spitfire. You guys know I'm a huge Sub-Zero fan. You guys know I love Spitfire. And seeing it last year in the 3-pound weight class, what it did, it was super awesome. I mean, I know like a lot of people were frustrated, and if Spitfire went on to win that event, there would have been a lot of conversations online about, oh, is this legal? Oh, is this good? Oh, is this moral? Well, it seems fine to me. We did have Half-Life finally find a way to beat it, and that's going to become the storyline for all these robots fighting Spitfire today, is how are they going to fight Spitfire? How are they going to make that big, reachy, keepy stick? Gosh. That big, reachy, keepy stick, and try to take this robot out of the air, because for its first few opponents, I believe Shredder Bro was one of them, they had trouble reaching Spitfire. Spitfire, obviously driven by Brady Davis, an accomplished drone driver. He just sits in the middle of the arena. He knows how to park that robot, and it is next to impossible to get to it and do any sort of damage. It just sits right up there, and it just torches you for a full 3 minutes. Maybe not the most exciting fight, like I said, for a casual fan, but oh my goodness, I just had a lot of fun watching Spitfire. It's a true all-star team of Texas Roboteers. We saw Team Toad and Team XD unifying forces for this robot last year, and I'm so excited to see it again. I can't just ramble on about Spitfire all day. A-Star Robotics December will be my next one. I won't get another competition in before finals, unfortunately. That's fair, but hey, at least you have qualified before for finals. Couple of months to prepare at least. You got like almost half a year to prepare for the big dance. I know we're all super excited to cover it, so best of luck to you guys. I love that y'all bring a little bit of weapon variety to the 3-pound class. We love our horizontal spinners and undercutters here at TCC. Jayanth Arya, welcome to the Instagram live chat. Let's check out that YouTube chat real quick. Everyone's still looking good. My internet numbers have been okay. I unplugged the Amazon Alexa. That's literally the only thing I did. I refuse to believe that has to be it, but that might be it. Who knows? Moving forward here, though, as it's 7:26, I got to pick up the ball here a little bit. Our last and final robot to talk about here, Sea Dragon's Roar, NHRL rank number 40, the man with the beautiful jackets. We've seen Sea Dragon's Roar have some very solid runs at NHRL events. I believe we've seen them make it all the way to the semifinals in, like, what, 2022? They had a pretty solid run with this very Monsoon-esque robot. Kind of fitting when we talk about Hurricane later. But we also seen Sea Dragon's Roar have some crappy events. I shouldn't say crappy, it's an ugly word to say, but less than fortuitous events. You know, sometimes it has trouble getting purchase with its weapons. Sometimes the robot ends up being too complex for its own good. We've seen this machine get knocked out in a number of ways. We've also seen it knock out robots in a number of ways. So, Sea Dragon's Roar, our highest ranked NHRL robot on our list here. I think it did compete. It competed quite a bit last year, but we have not seen it compete this year, shockingly enough. Finally, hopping off of the hiatus, right back into the arena. Best of luck to the wet and wild vertical spinner. Maybe he'll be able to see Hurricane and Monsoon hanging out there. Photo op, maybe picture time. I'd love to see it. Shredder Bro, Boombox, Spitfire, Sea Dragon's Roar. Our robots to watch out for, though, in the Beetaweight division. A-Star Robotics. Hey, thank you for being here on Instagram Live. Thank you for checking out the YouTube Live as well. You're doing God's work for us. Making these rough mornings where I gotta get up at 7 a.m. all the better, so I really appreciate it. I almost thought I wasn't going to do this live stream at one point yesterday. I was like, oh, I don't know if I have the time. I don't know if I'm going to be able time to put together all of my graphics, but here we are. We're still kicking ass, so I love to see it. I appreciate anyone tuned in right now, whether it be on YouTube or Instagram. We're here to talk Norwalk HAVOC. We have the list of competitors right here for the 3-pound class and all the other classes. I'm going to look up. Oh, spoilers, you didn't see that. You also didn't see that. Wait, did MRBK say Nightcrawler? I am talking about Nightcrawler, don't worry, baby. We're going to get back to that in a second. But now, let's go ahead and quickly look at our 3-pound brackets. We got quite a few to talk about here. Our qualifier matches to start off the day. Plenty of good matches here, including some from our friends at TCC, including Alexander Pezza. Team Shredded Bro member. It's Shredded Bro's not the only Shredded robot in the house. We also have Alex Pezza back with the traditional drum bot. Yes, Chef. They're taking on Chubby Tabby for their opening matchup. Affiliation with Chubby Unicorn? Not exactly sure. Instant Regret versus Swarm. Vapor Trail versus Lunar. Power Surge 3 from Team Stamina is taking on a new robot called Pet Chest Pop. I believe it's a new robot at least. Polywhip version 2 is going to be taking on the Meddlesome Swan. Battle of the Veterans there. Frostbite versus Ice Blade. A little bit of an ice-cold battle to kick things off right there. That's exciting to see. Xanadu is going to be fighting Silent Spring. Silent Spring making its 2024 debut as well. I believe we've seen Silent X this year, but not Silent Spring. Welcome back to Norwalk HAVOC Silent Spring. Boombox, we just talked about Boombox. It's going to be taking on Team Suss's Timber. This is a fun matchup. We got the Boom. Ooh. Okay. Well, I feel better now to know that it wasn't just me calling it Radix, but for now on, I will call it Radix, A-Star Robotics. Thank you. Luke was the only one that got it right. That's fair. Luke's the man. Luke, I don't know if I'd be nearly in on covering NHRL as much as I am if it wasn't for Luke Stengel. I'll always go to bat for him. He has to be one of the sweetest, most awesome guys in the entire community. I'll never say enough good about Luke Stengel. If he's here watching this somehow, God bless you, Luke. Have a great show. Battlebots fan 6374445. Welcome to the Instagram Live. We're looking at NHRL 3-pound class matchups right now in the qualifier bracket. We got the overhead hammer saw Mako, not the Mechmania Mako, taking on Terrible Terror. Seesaw taking on the Throngler. Singularity taking on Frank, of course, from Team Grumplebots, the boys from Cooperstown, the Hall of Fame boys. I love them so much. We got Turbo Fiend versus Extreme Bean. Cybot versus... There's no way I missed Smee on our list. There's no way I missed the fact that Smee's here. I missed the fact Smee's here. How did I miss that Smee's here? That's insane that I missed that Smee is here. It's not like it's a hard letter to see. Hard name to see. Ice Blade is a cool robot. It's fully invertible. It has a reversible vertical spinner. So kind of like Sea Dragon's World. Has it competed before? Or is it a brand new one to this event? It has competed before. Oh my gosh, I know which robot you're talking about here. Yes, Ice Blade. I think I've seen this guy on stream before. Big shades of Incredible from Robot Wars Series 6, if anyone's familiar with that machine. What a bulky little robot. I love that. Rank number 346 in the 3-pound class is coming into this thing with a record of 3-7 batting 300. Taking on Frostbite, I believe that's a traditional drum bot. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Ice Blade, hopefully. Yeah, they should be able to get off their side. Yeah, they'll be okay. Well, let's see what happens there. Match we got to keep an eye on. That's a really fun matchup. I like matches that have a little bit of a theme to them. We got Yippee, of course, the, I believe, what is that? The mini version of Yahoo, competing against Anubis, Peekaboo versus Gemini, Karuba versus Sumbit. I didn't see Spitfire on here. Am I blind? There we go. Spitfire versus Tabby Duo. So that is interesting. It's not going to be... And this is an assumption here. I don't know anything about Tabby Duo. I'm going to assume that this is a multi-bot that Spitfire is starting off its night against. If Tabby Duo was smart enough to use something like Half-Life had, by the way, Half-Life also present at this event, then they're going to be in a good spot. Maybe they'll be able to cover more ground and take robots out from the sky easier than what we saw some of these solo robots doing. Or maybe it's going to be a factor because the robots don't weigh as much. They aren't going to be able to take Night Fury. Jesus, I'm all over the place now. Spitfire out of the sky. I don't know. I have a lot of high hopes for Spitfire at this event. I can't even lie. Hopefully we'll see him go far. We're going to have to see what happens. Looking at the rest of our group of robots. What's Shredded Bro doing? I think we already talked about them a little bit. Taking on Heat Shrinker. Boombox, we already talked about what Boombox is taking on. What about Sea Dragon's Roar? They're taking on Lightwave. A few robots I am not familiar with here. Unchfunt is taking on Dreamline. Tokyo Drisk is taking on Endpoint. We're going to have to see how these matches line up. I am so shocked that I did not know Smee was competing. When was the last time Smee even competed? And what's its weapon going to be? Zap, Buzz, welcome to the Instagram Live Chat. We love that you're here. Yeah, this is insane. I am so shocked I didn't see this. I would have had them on the graphic. I'm kind of embarrassing myself right now. They're not ranked. It has not fought in so long. It has not been at an NHRL event since 2021 is what it says right here. Now, there's an asterisk on that because, of course, Joe Fabiani had Boomerang, which is pretty much SME, but with an active weapon. This was obviously before the active weapon rules were applied, more than likely. What's going to happen now, though, for SME? What are we going to have? Is there a weapon? Do we know of a weapon already on this robot? Maybe we should look this up real quick. What's the right amount of E's, guys? 8? I think it's a question that comes from person to person. I'm having to add E's to this to try to figure out what's the legal amount of E's. Maybe I should just copy. Maybe I should just copy this E. Well, it won't let me copy it. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I have 12 E's, do I not? You guys are all watching a live stream of a person counting E's. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In fact, I have 13 E's. Oh well, we can't spend here trying to figure out how many letters SME has in its name. We got to move on to the 12-pound class. We're going to hear more about my prediction on a 3-pound class at the end of the live stream. But let's move forward here, talk about the 12-pound classes. Did you say Night Fury or Nightcrawler? Now I feel bad. Oh, Night Fury. I'm sorry. You're like, oh, why is this? What do you mean Nightcrawler? Night Fury. Sam Griffin from Team Grithic. This, and I feel like I should know this, MRBK. If you're in chat right now, still on YouTube, Sam Griffin, Team Grithic. Is this a UK team? Night Fury? Robot? Sounds familiar. I feel like I should know this. Let me know if you're still hanging out in chat. Crazy Habibi, welcome to the Instagram live chat. Welcome aboard. But yes, guys, let's start talking about the 12-pounders. We got them on graphic right now. Did you miss the fact there's a very thin full-body spinner coming to NHRL as well? I did miss this fact. MRBK, do you know what the robot's name is? Maybe we can look that up before we cut the live stream. I'm down to look. But real quick now, we will talk about the 12-pound class. We have it up right here. Like I said, we got some Florida robots here. We got a Colorado robot here. We have a defending champion. And, of course, I already mentioned it. Black horizontal spinner with an orange blade. Sounds like an air horn. I don't think I've seen Night Fury. Let me look it up real quick. Sorry to delay you guys. Let me go back to my overlay so you can see what I'm looking at. Oh, now you got me on the rabbit hole, buddy.
Chevy Equinox EV starting at $34,995. Go EV without changing a thing. Chevrolet.
Jesus Christ. And maybe not blow y'all's ears out, huh? How about that? With a damn Chevy ad. I'm a kilojoule believer. Oh my god, Night Fury's I know this robot, dude. I'm so mad at myself. This is one of the coolest robots in the damn country over there. Night Fury is a 2-wheel drive horizontal spinner. Like MRBK, this thing sounds like an air horn when it's spun up to full speed. I love its little tail. It has this little tail in the back that just like very similar to robots like Fantastic and Sharkopri. I know we all don't like the owner of that robot, but I'm certainly a sucker for his robots. And I love robots to have a little flappy tail on it. Night Fury has a little flappy tail on it. Very solid robot. Now you got me excited, MRBK. There's a few robots I kind of wish I put onto my robots to watch list. I do apologize for that. Oh, man. But now we move forward to the 12-pound class before we fall too behind. It's already 7:39, guys. I'm swaggling here. But here we go. Hooligan, Nightcrawler, Kazaa 3, and questionable choices. All robots to look at here. Hooligan, I believe, is a former NHRL finalist. Unless I'm thinking of Instigator. It is ranked number 84 at NHRL. It has been in a finals. It was in the finals last year. That's what I was thinking. It placed second at our January New Bots events last year. Looked very solid. It's been very strong on the Florida scene for years. Came over to NHRL and is now making an impact here from Gator Robotics, one of the best college teams in the entire state over there. Prix Robotics, welcome to the Instagram Live. Best of luck at Battle of Robots in Russia whenever you guys head back down there. By the way, if you know when that's starting, please let me know because I want to do a pre-show live stream for that event. It will be a very weird hour to do it, but I think I'd be game for it. We were talking about the new Robots event. We talked about Hooligan, who placed second. What about a robot that placed first? This year at the 12-pound New Bots event in January, we had a robot that has a mini-bot. I cut out the mini-bot here for space, named Questionable Choices. It went 5-0 at its new Robots event and its NHRL debut. Now ranked number 11, took home a golden dumpster. Took home a golden dumpster, already qualified itself for the finals, and now it's here once again, just to sharpen its blade, I guess, a little bit, test out some upgrades before the NHRL finals in November. Questionable Choices is going to be defending its undefeated streak, and I'm super excited to see which robot ends up usurping it, if a robot usurps it at all. It may just end up being 10-0, 11-0, 12-0 by the time today is over. We would certainly love to see it. We're going to have to see what happens there. Here's a robot that's been on the Hobbyweights to Watch list for TCC live streams a couple of times, I believe. Talking about the Colorado contingent, talking about Team Copperhead. What about the official Baby Copperhead Nightcrawler? You know we like Nightcrawler. It's a mainstay at numerous 12-pound events, making impacts at both NHRL and even Motorama. We've covered it on Motorama videos before. But this is a new look Nightcrawler, as we can see here. It's not as dark, not as gritty as prior Nightcrawlers. We got the orange, we got the blue on there. A little bit more pizzazz. Not really as Copperheady, though the same archetype, basic design still stands there. It's a great looking robot, and as long as it doesn't suffer from more new robot gremlins, it's going to be good. It is ranked number 24. We got a couple high ranked robots here with questionable choices and Nightcrawler. I certainly look forward to seeing it in action. Hopefully it has a good opponent, easy draw to get itself going to make it into that tournament. We're going to have to see what happens. We'll be taking a look at the brackets here in just a moment. But finally, we have Kazaa the third, and this is a flamethrower robot. We've seen Kazaa a few times in a couple of weight classes, from the 12-pound class to 30-pound class with Kazaa Light, and now we got a new version here. The prior version in the 12-pound class was ranked number 145, the original Kazaa, but this is a brand new one. It has a wedge. It has four-wheel drive. It looks a lot more like a robot, I guess you could say, compared to the last couple of Kazaas, which seem to be more just a flame-throwing apparatus on wheels. We got a sturdy little wedge here. We got six flamethrower tanks on this robot. It's going to be cooking robots like crazy. And, you know, I feel like you hear from a lot of people say that the flamethrower is only relevant in the 3-pound class. We see robots like Mixtape and stuff getting in there. Clyde, Supreme Ruler getting in there, torching robots. But you really don't see that in the 12-pound, 30-pound class. Kazaa is looking to change that, and I really hope they do. If they go on a big run here, it would be super exciting for the 12-pound class. Now, real quick, let's take a look at our matches here. And it's always exciting looking at the 12-pound and the 30-pound qualifiers, because there's always big matches here. There's always exciting matches here. And we're looking at one right off the bat with Yob Null versus Questionable Choices. Of course, we got Team Defective, who was in the chat earlier today. They always bring a lot of crazy vertical spinners to the 12-pound class. They pretty much own the weight class outside of the University of Cincinnati. Plenty of exciting robots here. Questionable Choices versus Yob Null to kick us off, though. Two crazy vertical spinners from two sides of history, a veteran team and a new team. going to be fascinating to see. Both of them are elite. Both of them have won NHRL events in the past. Here's another kind of weathery event matchup. Avalanche, a veteran of NHRL, taking on Downpour. We have Budget Boy, a fun robot from MIT, taking on Timber Viper, of course, the 12-pound version of Claw Viper. Kevin Molcheski, maybe the best driver behind the wheel here. Oh, I've got some things to do before NHRL stream starts. I know you've already left, but thank you so much for being here. A-Star Robotics, we love you, man. Shouts to Radix. Hopefully we will see you guys during the finals. Have a great one. Monsoon, welcome to the live stream. It's awesome to hear from you guys, see you guys here. We are just about to start talking about Hurricane, so good timing on that part. We're right now looking at 12-pound robots for the moment. Honeyfied versus Triano DHS. Looks like that's a forfeit. Carmen versus Kilojoule is a big-time matchup between NHRL veterans. That could end up deciding a future winner of the event right there. We also got Torrent, another former event winner, another robot that did very good at the New Bots event in 2023 or 2022. It was one of the years, I know that for sure. It's going to be taking on Hooligan, the robot we just talked about from Gator Robotics. We got Windchill versus Creature. Kazala III, that's tough. Kazala III, we were just hyping it up. The flamethrower, the four-wheel drive, the new wedge, it looks great. Well, it better be great because it's taking on Maximizer for the first round, of course, from Jake Thomas from the University of Cincinnati. What a crazy robot. It's every time it's in the field, it is so hard for me not to predict it to be our champion of the event. I try to have some diversity with who I predict as champion. I really did think it was going to be Maximizer, and it certainly would not shock me if it is Maximizer. We also have Glow Up versus the Vertical Spinner Blue Marlin, the always fun multi-bot, homage to Battlebots, Battletots taking on Rebound, and then Paradox taking on Buzzkill. So as always, plenty of 12-pounders from Team Honeycracked in this group. Not as many from Team Defective. I believe we only have Carmen and Yobnal. Maybe I'm incorrect by that. We have Nightcrawler, of course, representing Colorado. Timber Viper representing the Pacific Northwest. Avalanche and Windchill. Plenty more IC robots to talk about here. Oh, man. I think Waju is competing as well. Who's Waju? The list they were just at, I'm not getting a Waju on here, unless I'm misspelling the name. Nightcrawler excites me, though. I can't believe I missed out on Nightcrawler not being here. But let's move on here. We got one more class to really talk about before we go into big-time storylines and predictions here. It's 7:47. I know you guys are wanting to get over to watching some robot fighting here pretty soon, so we'll make this nippy. Featherweights to watch. You know, we had a little bit of a trend with our 3-pounders to watch. Robots to look out for. We had 4 robots that had not competed this year. Now, you better recognize these guys. We got 4 robots that are all Battlebots, Heritage, and Lineage. 3 of them, in fact, are literally smaller versions of their Battlebot counterpart. 2 of them you guys are very familiar with if you watch NHRL. At the top, NHRL ranked number 5 overall is Red Storm. It is the House Robot Slayer, the machine that literally has flipped Brett the Brick not once, not 3 times, but twice, if I'm not mistaken. We just talked about Kevin Molcheski, one of the best drivers, if not the best driver in the world right now. He has single-handedly made control bots like this relevant in the meta, whether it be in the 3-pound class, the 12-pound class, the 30-pound class, or obviously even the heavyweight class. Red Storm, it's such a sturdy robot, has such great control. There's so many machines here, like Hurricane and Chicken, I believe it would be able to, you know, take grip of pretty easily. I can't even lie. We're going to have to see who it ends up facing in round 1, though. Quite fascinating. What's really fascinating to me, though, this was announced quite a while back. I think a lot of people have forgot about it. I can't even lie. Chicken out here making its NHRL debut. Team Black and Blue. Hal Rucker, the legend himself, with his daughter, with the rest of his family. We love him so much. We have not seen him compete in years. Duck wasn't at Battlebots 2022, right? It was 2021 it was last in. I think that's accurate. We haven't seen Duck in forever. We haven't seen Black and Blue in forever at RoboGames. Probably won't anytime soon, given how RoboGames is right now. Jesus. But we now have Chicken. Chicken is pretty much a 30-pound version of duck. But where's that lifting beak, you might ask? Well, we got something a lot cooler. We have a vertical, Jesus, I sound like Chris Rose. We have a horizontal spinner. Let me see if I can find the video of it. We have a horizontal spinner attached to the top of this robot, and this thing, I'm not exactly a genius on exactly how it works. It is built on downforce. Let me see if I can find the footage of it. Check this out, guys. Can I not make it? If you're wondering what we're doing on Instagram Live right now, I'm pulling up a video for the YouTube feed, sorry. Looking at chicken from Hal Rucker, the new version of duck, 30-pound version of duck that isn't duck at all. It is a horizontal spinner, overhead horizontal spinner, much similar to robots like Hazard and Ice Wave. But we have some fascinating gimmicks on this robot. First thing you can see, obviously, would be that, I thought it was a flamethrower at first, I can't even lie. That downforce system on the robot. This robot is built completely on downforce. You know how Hal Rucker goes. He likes pushing the envelope with what robots that, on paper, look incredibly simple. This machine has a built-in vacuum, I want to say, is exactly what it is. I'm a little fuzzy on this robot. That's what that little flaying thing at the top is. It's a downforce vacuum to keep the robot pushed to the ground, more control, and that makes me super excited to see. Could be a very innovative design, maybe something we can see used in other weight classes. Ooh, we have some Sterling exception there. We're going to have to see how it goes in the field of action. I'd like to see it do well. Obviously, you got to worry about it getting flipped over and a lot of other things. I feel like it would be an easy target for Megatron, who we have listed right above it, NHRL ranked number 3. Maybe the best NHRL robot right now, despite what the ranking says. Plenty of NHRL championships, a couple NHRL annual championships as well for the best driver in the world. I'm sorry, the best robots here in the world right now. Jameson Go. Dot Robotics, welcome to the stream. But Megatron has quite an interesting matchup to go for here first. We've talked a lot about chicken online, on Reddit, on other social media pages, Discord. They've talked a lot about chicken, but more people have talked about Hurricane, the mini monsoon, making its NHRL debut. I love this about 30-pound robots when you always get the scale replica of the big popular heavyweight. We always saw it so much happen back today in Robot Wars. Machines like Mini Rip, Prince of Awe, Micro Mute. Now we have Hurricane, a mini monsoon. Hopefully the team's still in the live stream. And it looks just like Monsoon. Like, if I didn't see the word Hurricane on the side, I would assume this is just a picture of Monsoon. They touched up the paint. This machine looks absolutely phenomenal. JCRB Photo did great on that picture of Monsoon. I mean, Hurricane, Jesus. But if you think this robot's going to look good this entire time, I got bad news for you. Because out of all of our round 1 matchups that I am excited for, I don't think there is one person more excited, or there's one fight, I should say, more exciting than this one right here. It is a rematch. Megatron versus Hurricane. I know they usually wait a little bit to do the 30-pounders, but if they don't start the stream off with this big money matchup, I think they're making a mistake here. Talking about our stories to follow at this event, where it's right in the middle here. If you're watching on YouTube, rematch. Monsoon and Sawblade have had 2 Battlebots meetings, one in 2018, one in 2022. Both were during the top 16. Both have one win via judge's decision over the other. Both were very different robots when they faced each other, both different times. But now they're having their rubber match. It is another very important matchup. They won't eliminate a robot, but it's still a big deal meeting here. These designs, these exact designs, overhead saw from G3 Robotics and inverse vertical spinner from Team Toron, they are going to meet in 30-pound form in a brand new arena. It is going to be Tom Brewster versus Jameson Go again. And And we have the data right here. We have the footage. I have made sure I prepared it for y'all. The last time these two robots met, we saw the configuration game at play. We saw the big-time impacts that Monsoon was able to deliver to one Sawblaze, throwing it around the arena, even despite the configurations that Sawblaze had put in. Monsoon was able to tear through them a little bit, but they also did their job, and Sawblaze, Jameson Go, thanks to controlling moments like this one right here, big-time impact there. Woo! Beautiful hit. Oh, I miss these Battlebots replays going back to watch them. Big time slams and rams. Impacts like that Sawblaze had late in the battle would end up bringing this to a victory for Jameson Go. And of course, if you know Jameson Go, that year he went on to win the whole damn thing. So maybe that's going to be what happens this time around. You fight Tom Brewster, you go on to win the championship. I would love to see it. Now, real quick, before we look at the rest of our stories, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of these 30-pound qualifier matches to kick the day off. Chicken is going to be kicking off its day against another Battlebots team, Warhard XXL. Now, we just talked about Warhard in the 3-pound class. It is our most recent NHRL champion. They're not here this time. They're trying to qualify Warhard into the NHRL finals in the 30-pound class. And they have an interesting matchup with Chicken. Chicken's probably not going to break down and die like many other robots, many other flimsy 30-pounders would do. Chicken's going to be sturdy. It's got the magnesium body, but I do worry about when that robot gets flipped over. What's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? We got Yahoo! I somehow did not see this robot. It was here. I'm a little shocked by that. Not saying that it was here. Yahoo is here, representing Colorado, taking on 30 Cruft. Never heard of that robot. Fascinating name. Tempest is taking on Emperor in a battle of NHRL veterans. Barbie, looks like it had to forfeit. That's a little unfortunate. Two Stroke's going to be able to get to move forward because of that. Red Storm's taking on Hyperpolarized. Two big-time championship contenders there. That's another matchup you have to watch out for. Another tough matchup for Kazaa. We just saw that Kazaa the Third is going to be taking on Maximizer. Well, not much better for Kazaa Light. They're taking on Synthesis 30, another deadly vertical spinner. And then, of course, we have Megatron versus Hurricane, the big money matchup. We have 13 featherweights here. We're going to see a few of them qualify. Very excited to see Megatron versus Hurricane. Two Battlebots teams meeting up in round one. That is super exciting. But now let's go back to our stories here. We just talked about the Battlebots rematch. Monsoon, Sawblaze, now Hurricane and Megatron. I'm super excited for that matchup. I know everyone in that NHRL building is super excited for that matchup over in Norwalk, Connecticut. But let's keep moving here. Of course, you know me. I'm a Texan. I love my Rangers. I love my Texas sports. I love my Texas robots. Well, what about a little Texas two-step? I had to be biased here with a robot we just talked about, Warhard, and a robot we've talked about plenty today, Spitfire, both at the event in their own respective classes. And yes, now that we are fresh off the heels of Warhard being our defending June NHRL 3-pound champion, we now see Texas with these two aforementioned title contenders in their respective classes today. I'm going to be so amped up for these robots. Warhard, of course, Jonathan Juarez. We just saw them in the Instagram chat. They're going to be here with a 30-pounder Warhard XXL, and then Spitfire, the controversial, the unique, the craziest design, the drone, the first ever flying robot we have seen inside the arena since SPS 50 is here, and it's going to be in the 33-pound class. I'm sorry. Very excited to see that. And we've already talked about this as well. The old guard, robots like Smee, Silent Spring, Shred-Up-Bro, obviously Sea Dragon's Roar, name blank there, my apologies. So many robots from early NHRL to middle era NHRL, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. Plenty of robots from this era, like I said, like Silent Spring, like Shred-Up-Bro, like Smee, like Sea Dragon's Roar, even Boombox. They've been gone for a while, but now with this event, we are going to see a lot of these robots make their 2024 debut. We're going to see how these old heads are going to do against the new heads. As we have Lodapeza 96 joining in, ZDR7 joining. Is that the ZDR7 joining in? Is that my boy ZDR7 joining in? That would pop up for that. But yes, welcome guys to the Instagram live chat. We are about to wrap it up here. Obviously, NHRL is about to go live with their own stream. but we're just taking a look at some storylines here, going over them one more time. Storylines to talk about here. The Texas two-step Spitfire, Warhard, Double XL in their respective weight classes. Will they bring the Lone Star State another Golden Dumpster? We're going to have to see what happens. Rematch time, Monsoon versus Sawblaze. They've met twice in the Battlebots in playoffs. They're going to kick off this NHRL event. 30-pound class facing each other. We're going to see what happens after that. ZDR7, my boy, it is indeed you. One of the best RBX builders I know. Shittajari King. Welcome to the Instagram Live. And of course, the old guard, old robots. We just went over them like 3 times. Silent Spring, Smee, Shred It Bro, Sea Dragon's Roar, Boombox. They're all here for this event, and I'm super excited to see them. But now, before we go ahead and leave you today for another successful, glad it was successful. I was worried there for a second. TCC live stream here. What about the predictions? What about the predictions? Well, I flashed them on screen earlier. One of them's kind of bold. Let's see what we got here. Red Storm. Oh, wait. What? Shit. My apologies. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't predict Red Storm. It is kind of black and green. Shoutouts Dr. Doom. Shoutouts Fortnite here. We have 3 black and green robots to talk about that are all my championship picks. Starting off with maybe the easy pick here in the 30-pound class. We got Megatron. I mean, I just feel like at any given time, it's safe to say that Megatron might win an event. We have some contenders here like Hyperpolarized, like Red Storm, like Warhard Double XL, even Yahoo, who may be the biggest challenger for Megatron here. But Jameson Go is the GOAT for a reason. There's a reason why I have that. Oh my God, my voice. There's a reason why we have the GOAT trophy by our Sawblaze on every single video. I have a lot of high stock in this robot, and I think it's going to go far. Maybe it'll even go undefeated. We're going to figure out a lot with this Hurricane match that starts off its day. 12-pound class, we got Yobnal. Now, I already mentioned earlier in the video, I was really leaning towards Maximizer for this. But I feel like every time Maximizer competes, I pick Maximizer to win. And sometimes, I'm pretty sure most times I picked it to win. It did not win. So I don't want to jinx it here. I'm going to go Team Defective. I'm going to go Yobnal. Yobnal has been successful at NHRL before. It has made to the finals before. I believe it's even won events before. But it hasn't had too much success recently in terms of at least making it to the very end of an event. Maybe that will change this time around. We're going to see with Team Defective, Zach Knight and Yobnal. Zach Knight was also in the live stream earlier. Shoutouts to him. And then in the 3-pound class, here's my bold one, guys. I got bold saying Warhard was going to win last time, and I ended up being right. Finally making a correct prediction on one of these. Well, how about we go back-to-back predicting Texas robots? We've seen robots come in here before, like Supreme Ruler, and just flip everybody on their head with how crazy their design is, how dominant it is, and how sometimes controversial and polarizing it can be. You know, a lot of people did not like Supreme Ruler because it was just a control bot that bullied you, brought you to the wall, lifted you up, and cooked you again and again and again and again and again. Well, this robot's going to lift itself up into the air and cook you again and again and again and again. We're going to have to see if these robots can keep up with it the way Half-Life did last year, as Tartan Kiwi of the North, Abdali Zavari, and Rodrigo all join on Instagram Live. Welcome you guys. Talking about who we have predicted to win today, NHRL September, starting in just a couple of minutes if it hasn't already started now. Spitfire, Yobnal, and Megatron, black and green. My predictions to win this NHRL event today, all making it to the finals, all trying to qualify before we have our last chance qualifier next month. And that's always a fun one, guys. If you guys remember what we did for our last chance qualifier last year, we went over pretty much every single popular team that had yet to qualify, popular robots that have yet to qualify. It's always a real crunch time moment because you don't know what's going to happen, which robots are going to sneak into those last 4 spots, those elusive final 4 spots. But we're not at that point yet. We got 8 spots left to give away in each class. 4 more will be given away today in each class. 12 overall. What do you mean still nothing on YouTube? What do you mean still nothing on YouTube? Am I loose? Am I lost again? I'm having something pop up. Do you have any predictions about Team Troya from Brazil and NHRL? Are they here today? I know about Team Troya. I didn't know if they were competing today. Are they competing down the line, Rodrigo? I'm assuming you know about them. Sorry, I have a question. I'm live asking me, do you have any predictions about Team Troya from Brazil and NHRL? I know about these guys. They have great me. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. They have an Instagram story today. Should take a look at that. Team Troya, huh? Well, if it lets me look at Instagram story. Oh, there's an invitational? Did I know about the invitational? Is this like the December? No, because they have the finals in December this year. Let's see here. Trying to find something now. I'm getting slow internet right now. In fact, yeah, it must be slow because I'm getting red internet speed again. So maybe he is right. Maybe the feed is still going down. Big hype for a hurricane from Team Monsoon. Oh no, I am so excited. I was so excited for this stream just so I could gush about how exciting that matchup is. Really. Nothing on Troya in terms of Instagram on that. Oh, here we are. I'm sorry. Let's translate this to English and not Portuguese. I always drove me crazy about Chris Rose. I love Chris Rose. I'm one of the biggest Chris Rose fans in the world. I watch Talking Baseball every day. But he says adios every time a Minotaur gets eliminated, and it drives me crazy. Is it translating this? It's not letting me right now. My internet's being silly. I'm going to have to look at this later, but I am pretty excited about that if we're going to have more Brazilian teams competing at NHRL down the line in the future. But I think that about wraps it up, guys. We've talked about pretty much everything we can here. We talked about the 12-pound class, the 30-pound class, the 3-pound class. We made our predictions of Spitfire, Yobnall, and Megatron. We even went over some big stories, some robots to look out for. So, I mean, it's 8:06. We're running over the clock here. I guess I'll go ahead and get you guys out of here, get myself out of here, because we got some robot fighting to watch. And to be blunt, I kind of got to use the restroom. So, yes, hello, thank you all. If you tuned in for 2 seconds or 20 minutes of this live stream, thank you all so much for watching another Instagram Live, YouTube Live of the Combot Collective. Sorry the live stream was announced so late. Like I said, I really wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not, but better late than never. We're here. We had another awesome show, guys, so thank you all so much for coming in to watch this. Next time you catch us live on Instagram and YouTube, it's probably going to be for Norwalk HAVOC October 24th, 26th, the final qualifier, whichever day that may be. But hopefully, we're going to be doing Battle of Robots live stream preview shows this year. That's what I want to do. I want to get up at like 12 a.m. with you guys, talk about these heavyweights with y'all, robots that y'all probably don't know outside some of the big names like Daddy and Weber, and break them down for y'all a little bit, and talk about those events and talk about some of these big international robots that are very exciting coming into the competition. We're going to have to see if that happens in the future. Right, we need an event date first. We still don't have an event date right now, which is driving me crazy because they're announcing all these amazing robots for the competition, but no event date. And they got 2 qualifiers to do and a finals before the end of the year. So I don't know what they're doing, but I digress. That's what live streams are coming up. You bet videos, like I already mentioned at the top of the live stream. The 20th is going to be the first day of Battlebots face-offs. I am working my damnedest to make sure we get the first half of a 2-part Battlebots face-off preview to you guys, covering groups 1 through 4 and the format all in one video. And then after that, it's going to be Extreme Robots. We're going to get back to that. We're going to be talking about Labman Fight Fest. We're going to be talking about the July event that we should have already covered, but I've been behind the ball. We're going to be doing all of that. So we got plenty of exciting things for you guys on Instagram, for you guys on YouTube. I know it's been a slower year for us. I've kind of needed it. I ain't going to lie. But we are here for you guys. So thank you all so much for watching Before the HAVOC. Till next time, next month, 40 days from now, I will see you all again, maybe even sooner, if we can get some Battle of Robot news. But as always, this has been the Combot Collective. And thank you all so much for another amazing show. Let's get to watching some Norwalk HAVOC robots. Go Texas robots. Go War Hard. Go Spitfire.